Hey y'all, what's up? What's up, y'all? I'm just getting out of the gym and whatnot, leg day and whatnot, man. Never neglect leg day, man, because your power really comes from your legs, right? Your power comes from your legs. In fact, if you're doing some stuff right, depending on the exercise, you can even feel it up in your jaw. So, you know, I'll let y'all ponder that for a second, right? But yesterday I did a video, the select men in the black community, right? I try to remember if I did it in a car or not, but I think I did that one at home on Sunday and put it up to go up the next day, right? And a lot of guys on there were asking about the select women in the black community, which I was like, don't you know already? But I'm going to talk about that today because there's a select and non select in all communities as far as women, right? Now, for the most part, it's going to be a cultural thing, right? Because a select woman for a white guy, or even an Asian guy, or a Spanish guy, or an Eskimo for that matter, is going to be different from a select woman from an African American, or maybe for someone from the Congo or whatnot, right? But the thing that really makes a woman select, right? Well, there's two levels. There's the deeper level to it, but I'll keep it at the basic level, right? Because at the deeper level, men see, when women judge men, they compare them to other men. But when men judge women, we compare them to icons. That's like the image of whatever female is popular at the time in a particular community, right? Right now in the black community, that's pretty much the big bootied, long haired, or Indian hair, whatever the fuck she wearing, IG type of girl. That's why all those IG models look alike and shit. They always got two things. In fact, really, in the black community, it is more about the sex appeal. That's why so many of these women injecting their asses because, for brothers, it's the booty. I mean, yeah, we like a pretty face and whatnot, right? We like a pretty face. But, it's about the booty. It's about the sex appeal, right? So those are the select women. Ones with the killer bodies and, pretty faces too, of course, right? Voluptuous, right? Whether she's a size 2 voluptuous or a size 12 voluptuous, as long as she got that 8, right? That's that figure 8, that contrast. That's the sex appeal. Depending on the social class, it could be complexion too. Depending on it, see, that's more of a social class thing. Because trust me, her chocolate sister with a figure 8, yeah, she ain't complaining too much about partners and whatnot, right? So, I mean, I don't know, that should have been obvious, but it's deeper when you think about it, right? Because, we've been having these Pookie and Ray Ray debates forever, and, but if you really look at it, despite anybody who don't act like that's really about the community and everything, of being disingenuous. That whole shit is about who's getting to find women. Because if you're going to talk about good sisters and sisters who ain't, who ain't popped out a bunch of babies, they good, they try and be good wives, there's actually plenty of them, right? There's actually plenty of them. There's no real shortage of them, to be honest. But if you say, okay, how many of them are sexy? How many of them are really sexy? And I'm not talking about that like a political thing of saying all sisters are beautiful. No. There's a hierarchy among them. If a sister got a pretty face and nice sized breast and fat old ass, and know how to work that shit, she's at the top of the pyramid. And that's basically, that's what we fighting over. All this Pookie and Ray Ray, all these people are like, that's the one common denominator, how dudes dealing with those type of women, right? In this whole manosphere, even if you count dating coaches, what are the dating coaches doing? Because people ain't paying money to these dating coaches or even bothering to listen for like some average women that they could probably get anyway, right? They right there. All you have to do is say hi. You know, dudes want women to accept them as they is. Well, some of the decent women out there will do that. Right? But what everybody paying for, what they tricking off of. Like, dudes ain't tricking off no, they're like just some decent women. Shit, they want those badass women. The bad bitches or whatnot. Right? That's the select. And that's what the fight is over. All this bullshit is on there. Anybody, I don't debate somebody on their hangout about that shit. You try to put all that shit, I'm going to tell you disingenuous. Because it always comes to that. Even when you complaining about some of these women having babies by like a Pookie and Ray Ray, right? But that's really some bull, though. You just complaining about the sexy ones having babies with Pookie and Ray Ray. Yeah, because most of the women who do have babies by them are jacked up. I remember I did a seminar. It was me and another brother. It was set up by this sister who was had like a mentorship group for a bunch of young girls, right? I remember it was about, I don't know, 50 to 75 young girls, all of them teen moms. Every single one's a teen mom, right? Except for one. And I'm going to tell you about that one in a second, right? Everyone, I looked at all of them and was like, damn, they just cashed out because they were busted. I was like, if I was the same age, I'd be hard pressed to say hi to them, right? Wouldn't give them none from Rom, wouldn't give them none. I was a hoe when I was young. So I wouldn't give them none, right? But all of them were just busted and stuff, right? And then the one, she was one who was actually attractive. And she was doing something with her life. She probably married to some 92 octane brother now, right? But if you look at it, dudes ain't complaining about those women, really. They complaining about the sexy women. I mean, that's all this shit's about. Like I said, you disingenuous. A man's disingenuous if they don't come down to it. Because whenever you had that conversation, it always come down to being rejected by those women or those women popping out a baby, which really ain't your concern. And don't act like some of y'all making that much in tax money that your tax money going to them. Some of the dudes complaining barely working, so get off that tax money thing. All right? Yeah, most of the tax money go to this military, to be honest with you. Very little goes to these cats. But anyway, right? Yeah, that's a select woman. I mean, and that's where the problem is. That's where the issue is. It's like, who's getting the attractive women? Like I said, every single man can get a woman. In fact, I'm gonna do a video tomorrow about some of these dudes that be running up high counts. They be messing with some of these like just decent type of women, or even busted women. I've known too many cats like that. they ain't going for those dimes and whatnot. Shit, I knew one cat. He ran up a count just going for fat girls. So you know. Anyway, right? Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't even see why the question was even asked. Really, we know it, and that's the issue. I mean, really, hell, if we're gonna talk black relationships, other than some class differences, that's a big issue. Everybody want the top people and feel like they entitled, right? Like a lot of these women, all these women talking about they can't find a man. They can find a decent man. They just want those top dudes. I mean, and you know, we call it hypergamy, so we understand it, but you know, we the same way. Men don't want to settle. If you got a job and you think you got something going on, shoot, you want that bad woman too. Shoot. You want that bad woman. That's why you got some guys try to justify paying money to pictures of these women. That's how deep that shit is. And some people got mad at me when I called them tricks for doing it. It's like, why the fuck would you pay for a picture? But that's it. I mean, we all know. We all know. And let's be real, fellas. Let's keep it all the way funky. You know, it don't got nothing to do with their damn character. Maybe when you, like, a lot of dudes say that shit, but they still mess with them. And even that wall thing. You get some women who hit the wall, but you get a few who don't, and they still fine. In my phone. In this phone I'm recording with, right? In this phone I'm recording with, I got at least 4 women I can think up at the top of my head. Really, 5, not even 4. I got 5 women. Come on, y'all. I don't feel like running it. Just go. don't feel like running it. Y'all a little crazy out here. Anyway, I got about 5 women. They in their 50s. One is, no, 3 in their 50s, 2 in their 60s. They still getting dudes because they ain't really hit the wall. They still built like young people. No, 6 women now. 6 women. They still built like 30-year-olds, at least, at the minimum. Still getting play. It's all about that sex appeal. You know, and that's really the issue. We don't say it. You know, when we, dudes complaining about obesity with black women and shit, that's all about that sex appeal. You know? All about that sex appeal. I must have beat Butch here today. I was gonna holler at him. Also, some of y'all might remember my man Stan. I don't see him around like I used to. I gotta give him a call because he driving now, so he don't have to walk to different women's houses. So anyway, right? Yeah, that's the selecting. That's really the genesis of the issue, dudes. You got a lot of dudes fighting for really a few women. Let's be real. How often y'all see that really like badass woman? Unless you live in PG County. Seriously, that really badass sister, right? That with that body, she know how to work that shit. That's sexy shit. You know, you wear those jeans just right. Got that little. That's what everybody fighting over. Seriously, you take that out of the equation, shit. That's why dudes going overseas talking about they go to a more cooperative woman. Man, you can go any place in this country to get a cooperative woman. You going to get a badass woman. Let's be real. Let's be real. Nice, decent type of women, maybe 30 pounds overweight, maybe a little homely. They're extremely cooperative. Shit, if you got something going on. So, no, that ain't it. So, for men, black men, it's about that sex appeal. No, it's about that sex appeal. It ain't about the personality. I know y'all can find a woman who click with you personally. Shit, you just don't want to see her naked. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, I asked, I told you. So, anyway, I get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.